fucking... Hey, I'm Vorn. I'm a Bazinga boy!
Hey dudes, I'm Pete. I'm also a Bazinga boy.
And I'm Rob, and I'm the other Bazinga boy.
The worst one.
The worst. I am the worst one.
I've heard that a lot.
It's true, though. It probably is out there.
Do you know how much I get people coming up to me in the street and go, hey, you're Vorn from the Bazinga Boys? I'm like, don't know how you recognize me. It's not a visual medium. And they go, fucking love it. Rob's easily the worst.
Without even skipping a beat. They don't even fucking put a punctuation in their sentence.
Can you just tell Rob just to fuck off for a second? Anyway, hey.
We're 3 seconds in and I'm already getting shat on, but that's fine.
Shut up, Rob. Shut the fuck up, Rob.
Bazinga boys are here to speak all of their thoughts on the Big Bang Theory. Rob has an opinion, Vorn has an opinion, Pete probably has one too. But most of all, Rob has an opinion.
So Vorn, why are we here every week? What are we here to do?
Well, the reason we're here every week is because we've made bad life decisions, and we're here to watch every episode of The Big Bang Theory. But not only that, it's to ingratiate ourselves. That's the wrong word. That doesn't mean what I thought it meant.
What did you just say?
Ingratiate.
Ingratiate. Do you know what the fuck ingratiate actually means?
No.
I'm gonna just quickly look it up.
You're actually
wrong.
asking? You're just asking us? You're like, does anyone know what this means?
Okay, so I was trying to say integrate ourselves into the Big Bang Theory community and like the Bazinga culture. I said ingratiate. Ingratiate means bring oneself into favor with someone by flattering or trying to please them. We have not tried to please the Big Bang Theory fans one iota. We have been the complete opposite of that. We've just been extremely offensive on all fronts. We're here to not only watch every episode of the Big Bang Theory, we're here to integrate ourselves into the Bazinga culture. What the fuck is a Bazinga culture? Just like a bunch of piece of shit people. And so what I found in my digging is that you don't have to dig deep to find Nazi gold. There is a very strong strain of anti-Semitic, hey, this is Howard. Oh, not Howard. Howard's probably going to die at some point because he's a Jew. And what a great way to start this episode. Leonard is going to be starting an uprising for World War IV, and I'm here trying to understand it and just get all the information I can. And you two chuckle brothers over there are just loving it, laughing away at all the Nazi propaganda we're watching.
Well, Nazi, what you mean propaganda from a Jewish creator of the TV show?
There's such a thing as a self-loathing Jew.
I love Vorn, how you're trying to uncover this conspiracy theory and stop it just in time. However, the problem is all of these episodes were released like a decade ago. So once you finally uncover it, it's already too late.
I'm on the case, though. So, before we get into talking about the episode, I got a new segment for you guys. It's not even for you guys. It's for the listeners at home. It's called Lost the Plot. So can I ask you guys a question? When people have been talking to you about the show, have you been getting people going like, "Hey, you look like you're enjoying it. You're enjoying the show."
That seems to be the general consensus. That's what people think. They think we're enjoying it.
Like, okay, so
we're not.
Can I set the record straight? I'm not enjoying it. Are you guys enjoying it at all in any capacity? And I don't talk about the podcast. I'm talking about watching the show.
No, I check the time bar often during the episode to see how long's left.
Yeah, it's not often that I pause a 20-minute sitcom or comedy, but I pause this one.
This took 3 goes for me. I started it twice. I'm like, I can't do it, and it took me 3 goes. So just so people understand, when we say, "Hey, I like something," like this is in the context that it's like graded on a curve. So if you put this as a 100% negative, so a negative 100, when we say we like something, it's like a negative 99. So we're grading it against what's happening. So if I go, "Hey, I like Sheldon's bottom eyelids," that means I like it in the context of the show. Like, if I was out in the street and saw Sheldon's bottom eyelids, I wouldn't be fucking bothered at all. But in the show, this is the one thing I get good out of it, is his bottom eyelids.
Yeah, you do start like identifying things within the show just to get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, you're reaching for a life raft. We're drowning here, and we're reaching for a life raft to find something to enjoy out of it.
It's more, I'm looking for things I don't hate as much.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yes, spot on.
So, Shrubhead, good old mate Shrubhead, friend of the show.
Long-time listener, long-time supporter of the Big Bang Theory and the Bazinga
He
Boys.
hasn't supported us at all. Fuck you, Shrubhead. So he hit me up the other day and he goes, "Hey, just letting you know, I'm downloading season 1 of the Big Bang Theory." And I'm like, "What? What are you doing?" What? I was like, "What? Why? Why?" And he goes, "Oh, because I'm enjoying the show." Actually, I'm put enjoy there. He didn't say enjoy. I'm trying to make it sound.
I'm enduring the show.
I misheard. Yeah, I'm enduring the show. He goes, "I just want to understand what you're saying more. So can we make an effort to make it more clear what we're referencing? Because we're making the world a badder place right now by making people go, oh, mate, I want to understand it more by downloading it." And like, I get it. They're not getting money from it, but people are experiencing the show and exposing themselves to the show because of us.
Well, I think one of the original taglines you gave us was like, we're going to watch every episode and get diseased from it. Now we're actually spreading that disease.
Yeah.
Like, just out into the world.
My brother actually said last week that, I don't know whether he actually did. He's like, "Oh, before the next episode, I'm going to watch the episode so I'm like more on track with what you're talking about when you're talking about the episode."
Stop doing that. If you're listening to this podcast, stop doing that. We're going to make a really good effort from now on that you don't need to watch the show. Don't watch the show. Don't put yourself through that. It's fucking a nightmare.
Everybody out there just needs to use their imagination. Do you remember that? That thing that used to happen?
You
but
use
then
it when
shows
you're
like the Big
masturbating.
Bang Theory came along and destroyed people's imagination.
So I got a new segment. It's called Lost the Plot, and it's for people listening right now. And it's not for you guys because you know the answer, but to get the point across of how bad the show is, and try and give you an idea of how mind-numbingly boring and bad it is.
Big Bang Theory, not this podcast.
I am going to read out 3 plot summaries, and one of these is real, and 2 of them are fake. And if right now, if you're just sitting at your computer, type on our website, type on our Facebook, type on anything, what you think the real one is. If you are out and later on can be bothered, type what you actually thought. Don't cheat, because cheating's for winners like Lance Armstrong. But who cares? Do whatever the fuck you want. So here is number 1 plot summary. Which one do you think is the real one? Number 1. Howard starts paying a girl to fuck her. The boys try to get Penny to play video games and have an annoying dinner. A laugh riot. Number 2. Sheldon writes a stern letter to Hasbro about the inaccuracies of the Transformers movie. Raj's cool brother is in town. A real knee slapper. While searching for a microscope, Wallowitz stumbles upon a secret passageway into Leonard's dungeon. This causes Leonard to rush his phase 1 of his master plan to eradicate the Jews, with hilarious results. Stop ruining it, guys. You're laughing at it. Okay, those guys ruined that one. That's obviously a fake one. Here's real number 3. The boys' apartment gets a bug infestation. After homemade scientific attempts to exterminate the pests fail, they have a professional gas the room. More Nazi connotations. Which means 24 hours in Penny's apartment. It breaks new ground in comedy. So which of those 3 do you think is the actual thing? And that if you have trouble thinking about which it is, or if you get it wrong at all, that should give you an idea of how bad, because all of those are bad. 2 of those I wrote, 3 of those I wrote, and 1 of them is real, and they're all terrible.
We'll set up a poll on our Facebook page.
Set up a If it gets 1 vote, it's going to be a real sad day for the Bazinga Boys.
Every day is a sad day for the Bazinga Boys.
And I know I'll vote on it as well, just to make it look like we got something going on. Anyway, yeah, Pete, do you want to do... Now that you've had time to think about it, do you guys want to go and talk about the actual episode? Give away the answer, Pete. What was the real answer?
Here it is. So, episode 7, the dumpling paradox, was the one that we all just got through together. Well done, lads. Pretty simple. It was number 1. So, Penny's friend comes to stay. She's a giant whore. Howard figures this out and goes and hooks up with her. She's totally money orientated. She uses the line "my first Jew" which I felt was fitting to everything that Vorn's ever said about this show.
This is Nazi propaganda. Like, I wouldn't
Exactly.
be surprised if just like at one of the end of the episodes, they just accidentally type the real name and it doesn't say Chuck Law, like executive producer Chuck Law. It just says executive producer Joseph Goebbels. I'm waiting for the day.
Excellent. And that's pretty much it. So Howard hooks up with Penny's friend.
By the way, I really love whenever I make a Nazi joke on the show, and it's getting very Nazi heavy, I'm sorry, that you just say a word in a way that word doesn't mean. You're like, I think last time you said, that's great, and you said it in the, that's not greatest way ever, and then you just said, excellent, and that excellent definitely had a full stop at the end, and was definitely all lowercase. There was nothing excellent about the way you said excellent there. Continue.
Well, I think both Pete and I are in careers where I think joking about Nazi stuff openly and loudly isn't ideal for us.
But Rob, which career is appropriate just to talk about Nazi propaganda?
What a great analysis there, Pete.
Probably specific to Vorn's style of videography.
Oh, great.
Probably that's the only career.
Yeah.
Like.
Collecting war medals. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So anyway, Howard hooks up with Penny's friend. Penny spends time with the boys because she's disgusted that her house is basically being used as a sex zone. Is that what you guys
zone?
Is that what you guys refer to it?
What the? Do you go down to like a laser tag place to have sex? What the fuck do you mean a sex zone?
The cool thing is like on the sign, like sex, the E is a 3 backwards.
Welcome to the sex zone.
So she starts spending more time with the boys, and they go to a Chinese restaurant, and that's all that happens.
Yeah, you've done well there.
Thanks, mate. I tried.
So yeah, that episode. This I just want to let people know this was the most annoying episode yet. This is the angriest I've been in an episode. It took me 3 times to get through it. Like I started it twice, and I was like, I can't be doing this in my life. Like, I got to be more clear to the people that this isn't like a hey. This is now becoming a chore. This was the moment I was like, I'm annoyed that I'm sitting here doing this.
This was the worst episode easily, and it was painful. And I was feeling a lot of pain for you guys, specifically Pete, when they were playing video games.
Oh, dude, I was filled with rage. So for the listeners out there that have never seen this episode, and for the people that are about to watch it, Lord have mercy on your soul. But if you're into video games, this one's gonna fucking make you want to tear your hair out.
I don't know about you, but I don't use the joysticks on an Xbox controller as if they're buttons.
Noob.
You also probably don't simultaneously press every single fucking button on a controller at once. Too much about it pissed me off.
I've never played Halo, but I've played a lot of first-person shooters, and I've never played like that.
Well, the one thing I really had so little notes about this episode because it was just pissing me off. But one of the other things is they have. So the episode goes down. Wallowitz banging a chick, Penny playing video games with them, and then it just nothing kind of happens, and Wallowitz is not in their video game team anymore. So they go to a Chinese restaurant out of the blue, and it's this very long scene.
I think it's the worst scene we've seen so far.
Yeah, and it's a very, very long scene about them not being able to order dinner because they've got one less person than usual, and it's agonizing. It is so painful, and the first thing that came to my head is like, it feels like someone who is trying to go like, hey, Seinfeld did a whole episode in a restaurant. It was all dialogue. Let's see if we can do a whole dialogue scene at a table in a restaurant, and it's
single take because we're so edgy and we're taking risks.
Oh my god!
Guys.
And it's just a nightmare. It's just them complaining about not being able to order dumplings with one less.
I think what gutted me the most about that scene is, I'm not sure if you guys recognize the waiter. I quickly jumped on IMDb. So his name's James Hong for listeners at home. He's got over 400 acting credits. So he's definitely one of those guys. You'll see his face and you're like, oh, cool, that guy. He's popped up in like classics like Revenge of the Nerd, Blade Runner, Tank Girl. And more recently, he's like lent his voice to every single Kung Fu Panda film. So
I remember
he's
him
out
from
there.
that.
He's quite relevant. Yeah. And that's what made me most upset, I think, about this scene was I was like, this guy has got some actual acting chops and some legitimate kind of roles behind him, and then you see him here.
You're such an empathetic person, Pete. Like, who gives a fuck about this idiot? Now I have to ask, and I'm really happy. If something surprises me here, I'm going to be so angry. Did either of you laugh?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, man, like I would have loved if either of you had said yes, I would have been. I wouldn't have known where it had come from. What is the question that you've gotten most since starting this podcast?
Why?
No.
How many?
I think that's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's a
probably.
great question.
Why?
I've got the how many episodes do you guys actually think you'll watch?
Oh, really? I haven't got either of. Well, I have got why, and that's why it fucking triggered me there, because I was like, oh shit, people have asked me that.
I've had the why does Vorn yell so much? That happens a bit.
Because I'm a loud, obnoxious person. Has not anyone? If you've listened to any episodes, you should get who I am as a person. Loud, obnoxious, full of myself. Find myself more funny than anyone.
And a Nazi sympathizer. Add that one to the resume.
So,
Or his resume.
so I, you got my number. So the question I've got more than anything is when I mention it, is people going, "Oh, have you seen that video with the Big Bang Theory with the laughs taken out?"
Mm.
And have you guys seen that video?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah. So if anyone isn't aware, and everyone should be aware of this, a lot of people, it's been done a lot of times, have taken Big Bang Theory scenes, stripped out the laugh track from, or like the people laughing in the audience, and left it silent to show how dead and like how not funny it is. Like when you have like the context of people laughing at stuff, and this is why you're really good on this podcast, Pete, because I say stuff and you laugh and people are like, oh yeah, he's making a joke. If it was silence, oh man, this would be so bad. You are the studio audience of this podcast.
I am. But it helps that you hold up a little applause sign every time you talk that I can see.
He's the Rove Live of this
Oh,
podcast.
Jesus.
Oh, come on, Rob. This is why they're most hated. So what I did is I got one of those clips, and by pure coincidence, and a few episodes ago I mentioned an episode where he was struggling to choose between the new consoles. I found that episode, and I've got it with the laugh track stripped out. And the thing is, Rob, you've laughed twice, and Pete, you've laughed 3 times. I'm disappointed in both of you. I've laughed 0. But I thought as a treat to you guys and the fans, I hate the word fans, and the listeners, I have put together what it would be like if I enjoyed the show. So I've cut out me laughing from episodes and put it into the show. So we've got a shot. We've got what it would be like if I found the show funny. So here it is.
I love this.
Boy, do I have to urinate.
If only there were a solution to that.
Like, seriously, I feel like I got a fish tank in my pelvis.
What? How?
So go to the bathroom.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm trying to decide between getting an Xbox One or a PS4. Oh, pee. Why'd I say that?
That is it.
Forgive me for asking a stupid question, but why are you being stupid?
Oh my god.
I'm not being stupid. I'm employing the work of Dutch researcher Miriam Took, who found that people with full bladders make better decisions.
What?
Why did I pee before I decided to move in here?
Oh my god.
Hey, how'd the audition go?
I killed it. I was even able to cry real tears right on the spot.
Oh, that's great.
I know. Next time I get pulled over for a speeding ticket, here come the waterworks.
Here come the waterworks!
You can't.
Aren't you gonna ask?
What is this, my first day?
Fucking hell, he got you so good.
I'm actually
You
crying.
call Penny a cunt.
But the worst thing is we can't probably put mine and Pete's laughs over that.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but we'll see
Jesus.
where I go. So I should also mention, just for clarity there, Those gaps
Oh, I'm crying.
were not edited by me. That were the those were because I felt it very important that I left those gaps exactly how they were. So that's how long the studio laughter were for those jokes. I'm glad you enjoyed that, boys.
Oh, dude, that's incredible. I want to watch every episode from now on just with your laugh tracks edited in. I'll have a ride of a time.
That's the most I've laughed. That's the most I've laughed since we've started this.
So, as you can see, that's an impossible. I wish I liked that much. I miss you. I miss you guys because I'm not on the same side of the country as you. I miss you. So I made a dramatic recreation of what it would be like to listen to you guys watch it because you do laugh anyway. So here's what that's like.
Deutschland ist nun erwacht. Die Macht haben wir nun in Deutschland gewonnen. Nun gilt es, das deutsche Volk zu gewinnen.
Oh my god.
That's for the fucking Dawn shit, you pieces of shit.
Oh man. I want to apologize to all of my family members that have been affected by war, particularly those that we lost during World War II.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
You laughed and then you felt instantly horrible. Oh, that makes me...
live, laugh, bazinga.
Oh, so that was a little payback for the Dawn shit. How is Dawn going, by the way?
Dawn's going well. She's had a bit of TV trouble this week, actually. So I don't know if you boys have ever sold a TV on Gumtree before, but
what the fuck? What?
People are quite shit when it comes to selling a TV. They just want to rip you off, especially like a poor girl called Dawn.
Can you give some context? So what's happening here? You posted a Gumtree ad.
Gumtree is Craigslist in anyone who's not in Australia. Yeah. It's like Australia's Craigslist.
And you posted this ad for a TV and are fucking with people, or people are fucking with
you?
So
yeah, basically Dawn's TV broke. So we went with her TV broke. So she wants to get rid of it just to see if she can get a little bit of money for it because like something's gone wrong with it.
She's a student from Germany. She needs to pay for uni fees.
Okay, before I read any of this, I'm guessing she wants the TV fixed because she wants to watch Big Bang Theory.
But she's not asking about getting the TV fixed. She's asking about selling it. I was just curious to see if anyone would like offer a hand.
Okay, so what am I reading right now?
So you're reading the ad that she placed.
Okay, so this is Vorn as Dawn. My TV was working fine, but last week I was watching the best TV show, Big Bang Theory, and it just froze on an image of Sheldon looking confused, and it won't go away. I've unplugged and plugged back in, and that freeze frame is still there. I reset the TV and it came back as if it's embedded. I even spoke to someone at LG and they couldn't help me. So basically, it's like having a framed picture of Sheldon. It's like having a framed picture of Sheldon, my favorite character, but it seems weird to hang a TV just for an image. This fucking girl. I don't have time to wait around and try and fix it as I have so much more Big Bang Theory to... Okay, this is really good line. I have so much Big Bang Theory to rewatch before I go back to work. So I'm going to try and buy another TV. If you think you can fix it and make an offer, it's yours. Hopefully you like Sheldon as much as I do. He's great. So what responses have you got?
Well, I got about 5 or 6, but I was what I was more curious about was, would anyone think this is actually a real ad? So turns out people don't care when they're looking to rip someone off for a TV and fix it and flip it. So I got, hi, sounds like the panel is bad, so likely not repairable. I would be interested in it for $10 for parts as a TV project.
What?
I'm not far from
$10.
Yeah, it's a good TV as well. We put it up as a 42-inch 3G, 3D LG smart
a 3G
TV
as well. So it's like a phone as well.
Yeah.
It's everything.
And I'm home tomorrow, so I can make myself available anytime for the pickup. What's the model number? I gave the model number as 84Z1NG4.
Bazinga.
If you want...
Well,
So that's that, but I just more or less wanted you to read that ad out. But Yeah,
Yep.
that was pretty much that's what Dawn's been up to. She's trying to sell her TV. She's had no luck.
So, to follow up my segment, Lost the Plot, I've got a game for you two. So the last one was for the listeners at home. This one's for you two. What I've done with my week is I've gone into the fan fiction realm of Big Bang Theory, and there's a very thriving Big Bang Theory fan fiction community. And there's also erotic fan fiction Big Bang Theory community. So I have gone in and found some excerpts from Big Bang Theory erotica. I've got 2 here that are real and 1 written by me. And the game is, you could both get a vote. If you vote wrong, I get to write erotica for you to read on the air. You don't have to do it on Facebook. On the air next week. Perfect. Why are you so excited about this?
I'll just say,
why is that perfect?
Well, I'll agree to this as long as there's no Nazi themes in the erotica.
Promise you, no more Nazi for this week.
all right, cool, let's do it.
And if you guys both get it right or one get it right, you can write erotica for me to read on the air.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, so 2 of these are real, 1 of these is fake. First one, the title is The Gangbang Theory. And I'll just let you know, I read this whole thing. There's no gangbang in it. Just they thought it was a funny title.
Just wordplay.
Yeah. Oh, just genius at work here. Anyway, let me get into my sexy erotica voice. The Gangbang Theory. Penny ran out of the kitchens, covering herself as best she could, and was halfway across the restaurant before anyone even noticed her. As the customers raised their heads, they began to shout and point, some even taking out their mobiles and snapping photos of her jiggling ass, her bouncing breasts, her wet vagina.
What?
She ran for her car and pulled out of the car park, tears of humiliation burning in her eyes. She counted out the cash. $200. Not enough. Nowhere near enough for the humiliation she had suffered. So that's the gangbang theory.
What?
That's not terrible money for a day in tips.
For this one, I should preface it with, there's also gay Big Bang Theory erotica. This one's called The Erection Elimination. I really like that they all went with the titling style of the actual show.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool thing. Because the titles of this show are so annoying. What was the title of this show, Pete?
This one, fuck, I gotta...
The
dumpling paradox.
Like, what an annoying title. And it was the worst scene in the whole show. Anyway, The Erection Elimination. It's just an experiment, Sheldon reassured. This is for science, stuttered Leonard meekly. As Sheldon's uncircumcised penis slowly slid inside Leonard's tight little beehole, his whimper distracted them from the sound of the door opening. Penny dropped her bags of shopping and stood there flabbergasted. Spelt incorrectly, by the way. Penny! It's a lubrication experiment, nothing else, Leonard said, pulling his pants back up. Penny regained her composure and bit her bottom lip. You realize how upset Amy will be if I tell her about this? You wouldn't, growled Sheldon. I won't. If you both do, an experiment on me.
Hey.
So that is the erection elimination. And finally, I found a golden shower story.
Hey.
So, this one's called, the most annoying title as well, The Aphrodisiac Ramification Quandary. Fuck these people. Fuck anyone who likes this show. Fuck you. I don't care. You could be the best person in the world. I hate you. It hadn't been so long ago that she had told the biggest lie of her life. Penny had told Sheldon he wasn't the guy. But he was. Semicolon. I just want to take a moment here, by the way.
Semicolon.
There's a semicolon here. if you listen to the last episode and listen to our plugs at the end, I wrote a little thing for Rob to read, and it had a web address in it. And you know how web addresses go, HTTPS or
And
HTTP.
I didn't say semicolon.
You don't even say semicolon because it's not a semicolon, it's a colon. It's a colon / / Do you know what Rob said instead of colon? He said double dot.
Double dot.
What the fuck is double dot? Just
Well, I
imagine
was caught on the. It's 2 dots. I'm not wrong.
What the hell, man? Like, imagine someone. Fuck you, man! Like, went tried to go to our website and went just full stop, HTTPS, full stop, double
Like,
dot. How do you not know what a colon is?
This link doesn't work.
Yeah. She had come to the conclusion that Sheldon is the one thing she shouldn't have, no matter how much she wants him. Penny's bladder made itself known again, and she quietly made her way into the bathroom. Sheldon hissed as the urine ran down his back, reckoning he'll need to give Penny a stern lecture on the merits of non-biological soap powder and quality fabric softener. Penny, you can't. Can it, Sheldon? I asked if you would mind waiting until I was ready to pee. You didn't. Now you need to suffer the wrath of my morning tinkle. Stay facing the wall, and if you say anything, it's junior rodeo time. So, which of those 3 did I write, and which of those are real Big Bang Theory erotica fan fiction?
Shit. All right, Rob, do you want to go first?
So 1 is real. I'm gonna say 1 is definitely real.
Gangbang Theory?
Yeah, if it was I feel like I'm worried that the golden shower is too easy of an option. But I'm gonna definitely go with the last one because Vorn wrote Reckoning. Yeah, I'm going with the third one. Vorn wrote the golden shower episode.
What made you think that? What did I write that you think that made me?
So it was some like bad grammar in there. I just unless I missed. I don't know. There was bad grammar in all of it. But the thing that had me leaning towards the second one at times was when you actually said, "Oh, flabbergasted," spelled wrong. And I was like, "Ooh, that's a decoy." But no, I think you wrote the piss one.
Okay,
I'm going with 3 as well, only because it directly references the episode we watched where Penny's having a sleepover and Sheldon basically says that, I've got bathroom time between 7 and 7:20. You better figure out your biological requirements or something to Penny.
Well, you boys are reading some erotica next week because that was a real erotic story.
Holy shit.
And by the way, Rob, you were 100% right. Flabbergasted. I purposely said misspelled to throw you off, decoy. You saw it there. You didn't take it.
Amazing.
And by the way,
the golden shower seemed too obvious, but I had to go that
well
way.
done,
and that's the
Vorn.
thing. I was like, as soon as I found that, I was like, they're going to think this is me. They're going to think this is me. You're done.
I tip my hat to you, Vorn. Well done.
The last thing I want to talk about is, for anyone who hasn't listened, I have recently been on Tinder trying to Big Bang and Chill, trying to get someone to come over and watch Big Bang Theory. You said I could just get anyone to come over and watch Big Bang Theory with me. you trying to move the goalposts a bit closer to make it easier. Still have not succeeded.
Dudes, chicks, I don't care. Anybody. Set that age range to 45 plus. Let's do this.
What's great about this is there's no prize. The only person that loses is Vorn, but he still wins.
Yeah. I have... This is embarrassing as fuck. So I've been trying really hard to get someone to come over and watch Big Bang Theory with me. However, if anyone wants to know my housing situation at the moment, I don't really have access to a washing machine. I have one and it's broken. And not only is it broken, there's clothes always in there and there's no washing line space, and there is washing lines out there, but they're always used. So I can't wash my clothes. I have the biggest box of unwashed clothes in my room, and I'm very rapidly running out of things I can wear. I've been wearing a really strong cycle of the cleanest clothes I have. So
Vorn, there are laundromats in Sydney.
I know, but I don't have a fucking car, man. I have a box that is so big I can't walk down the street with it. And I don't have a laundry bag. It's
take it on public transport. People are like,
yeah.
So what do you got in
just
there?
A smelly box of clothes, and that's really annoying as well. I fucking went on a date last weekend and I spilled pizza all over myself, so my jeans are covered in pizza stains, and I don't have any other jeans. So I've just been wearing baggy shirts. So, there's a girl that I've been talking to, and she was actually kind of into like, hey, maybe I'll help you out. Because I just said, hey, I'm on this podcast. It's fucking funny. Listen to it. And she's like, hey, it's pretty funny. I was like, I just need someone to watch fucking Big Bang Theory with me. Please come over. And she's like, maybe. And then she did some Snapchat post where she was doing laundry. I was like, whoa. Hey, can I come over and do laundry instead? I'd 100% do that over Big Bang Theory. So now I'm trying to use Tinder to get people to help me do laundry rather than pick up. And this isn't like a joke or a bit or anything. I legitimately just want... And she has a car. I'm like, hey, man, if you come over, I can chuck my box of clothes in your car. We can go back to yours and do laundry. I'll do whatever you want, man. And I can get clean clothes. And I'm about to fucking go meet the girl of my dreams, and I need clean clothes to meet her. So if anyone's listening to this podcast and is in Sydney and has a washing machine, let me come over and clean my clothes. Please. This is my sad life.
Very desperate man here.
Vorn's almost down to he's down to only Bazinga shirts.
Yeah, he's down to his last Big Bang Theory t-shirt.
I bought a joke Ford Motors t-shirt, like a Ford logo on a t-shirt, and that's all I've got left. It's clean. It's so much cleaner than everything else I have. And like, if you wear it out, people don't know that, hey, that's a joke shirt. They're like, hey, that guy really loves the car company Ford. Jesus, that's my life. So,
All right, should we get to some comments?
yeah, sorry. I ruin this podcast so often. Okay, so we got, I think, not only the funniest, but the most accurate comment ever from a guy named Tom. Here is his comment. What a waste of time. You... And do you know what's really great about this? He keeps using like quotation marks, like to imply something that's not real. So every time I take a pause and emphasize it, that means he's put quotations marks around it. So you guys are in the minority of the Earth's population who don't like the show. Think about that. Vorn, spelt correctly, fuck you. Vorn is a hypocrite because he doesn't understand why people laugh at the show, then spends the whole time laughing at his own jokes, which is so accurate. Robert is a snake in the grass, trying to suck up to the true fans for cheap laughs. They see right through him. Nailed you, Rob. Peter sounds like a typical nihilist who believes nothing and stands for nothing.
That's true.
That is so you. This is so accurate. Oh man, he's got us down to. I wouldn't expect someone with so little hope to understand the nuance to the show. You typed it wrong, you idiot. I hope you guys aren't banking on making a living off this program. 5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars.
Oh, can I also say one more thing?
Of course, always go for it.
You're so understanding, Pete.
Yeah, I'm a fence-sitting nihilist. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Do it. Do the thing.
I promised the last few weeks that I'd bring in this great journalistic piece where I was on the road, I was on tour working, but I was also working for myself, and I was getting in-depth interviews from big stars like Sophie from Tired Line, Matt from Tired Line, Wallowitz from Tired Line.
Wallowitz from Tired Line.
Man, dude, I'll give a spoiler for this. If you don't know the band Tired Line, look them up. Number one, they're really fucking cool. They're fucking sick band, but the drummer, Ethan, looks exactly like Wallowitz. And then I've also got an exclusive, in-depth interview with BC from the June Rats. I've promised it the last few weeks, and I haven't delivered. But next week, what are you guys?
I'm a Bazinga boy. My name was and is and forever will be Pete.
I'm Bazinga Boy. I am Rob, and I'm yep, that's me.
Fucking hell.
It's been a long one. It's been a slog.
Why are you just so weird? Oh God. See you next week.
Hey you! Yeah, you with the fidget spinner. I'm Pete from Bazinga Boys, and I'm here to tell you how you can get more Bazinga in your life. So put down your e-cigarette, pick up your laptop or other internet-enabled device, jump onto iTunes, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Stitcher, or even Google Play and search for Bazinga Boys.
Hello, I am some smart science guy. I did a calculation to confirm that Bazinga Boys is the best Big Bang Theory related podcast in the known universe. Make sure you check out the boys' Facebook page for bonus content that didn't make it into the episode. It is even better than getting a rim job in the outer rim. Haha, get it? Outer rim. That was a science joke. Haha, haha.